Good day, everyone. I did not see that there was a whole bunch of people in the chat. How's it going, Big Z and Veroac? Okay, talking about snacks. Awesome. So, remember this thing that we spent like 3 hours routing last stream? I made a mistake. I made a terrible mistake. These capacitors here, they're plugged wrong. They're plugged here when they should be over here. So that's not good. So we have to fix these. I think this is fine. This part is not. Oops. So yeah, that's not a good, it's not a good thing. Just gotta make sure these are connected properly. So these need to go here, these need to go here, and then this needs to connect down here, and this needs to connect down here. Now, we actually made another mistake. So that was the first one. The second one is that this track here didn't exist. And so all of this blue part here was floating, doing nothing. And so this capacitor here was not actually connected to anything. So 2 mistakes, not great. But now it is fixed. So now I have to reroute everything that doesn't match. So I have to go here, update changes. Yeah. Update PCB. Oh no, I gotta do more stuff. Ugh. Why'd it give me new parts? Oh no, do I have to restart all of this? So all the parts that have been updated need to be repositioned. That's not good. Yeah. At least this one goes right here. You can see that. So this one can delete this and then move this one into its position. Like so. That was proper, right? Positive, yeah. Okay. Well, you know, it is what it is. That's the 330 ohm from here. Which side's positive? Down, that's fine. So I'll take this, delete this, move this guy back in here. Okay, that's fixed. Proper. This one go here or here? Goes here. Grab this guy. Properly. From an area that speaks properly. There we go, that's fixed. I'm not sure, like there's so many British accents. I'm not sure which one represents yours, Big Z. People who say that there is a British accent are wrong. Control B. There we go. And this guy here. Wait, I just put this guy here. This is not the same 10K, is it? This 10K has nothing connected to it. Was that another issue? Oh my God. Generic Southern. People in the UK struggle to place where I'm from unless I tell them. So literally this 10K has nothing connected to it. That's not good. So I really royally screwed this up. Unless, yeah, okay, there we go. It's on the top pour. Okay, that's why. That's okay. We're good, we're good. Okay, this guy here, move this. I don't know if it's going to be easier one way or the other, so I'm just going to do this first, and then if I need to delete all the tracks, I'll do that. Like so. Then R1. Delete this, and then move R1 into place. I'm really behind with my my CAD drawing too, so it's a learning opportunity. It definitely is a learning opportunity. Famously, Dave Jones, one of the most popular electronics YouTubers, famously he says, you know, I hope when you build your XYZ, whatever it is, I hope it doesn't work, because that is the best way to learn, is to try to fix your mistakes. Okay, so there, Control BB. All right, what else do I need to link now? I'm gonna have to run the DRC checker, which I never use, so this could be garbage. So the DRC means design rules check, and it should tell me if there's any problems. Errors too. Courtyards overlap. Oh, I don't care. What are these? Footprint for the ref? Yeah, no, ref is gone, that's okay. And D1, yep, don't care. Courtyards are basically like keep-aways, so that's fine. Actually, did I just fix my whole thing just like in 2 seconds? And then all this, these are warnings because of the lack of solder mask. I think I just fixed it. So how do I remember what value these things are? R, the reference, reference. I think I just deleted all my references. Oh, what does this say? 10K. Oh my God, everything is edge cuts, F fab, 68R, 10K. What happens if I move this? This is just literally R1. What about this guy? This is 10K. What's going on here? What's R1? Oh, that's for the yellow one. I didn't put a value. Okay. Checking in my notes if I can find them. No, when I'm done this, I'm going to do some CAD work for sure. Oh, you guys want to see what the boards look like? I don't know if you're interested. I probably can switch you up on here. There's the mess of a desk, but this is the Christmas light PCB with a couple bodge wires to try to fix it. So that's what that looks like in real life. And then this is the holiday PCB, the wreath with the lights. And if you wait long enough, they color change, but not for long because the battery is already dead that I put in this morning. So yeah, they do wear down a little bit. But yeah, that's the wreath. How's it going, Adam? Hey, Johnny. And nice, there actually is a female in the stream. We call them women now, Johnny. Female is a little bit of a red flag. Oh yeah, here we go. They're green. You see the green? Maybe not. But yeah, they color change. Now the reason I put a pad here so you could put a resistor and slow down the draining of current through the coin cell there. But yeah, already the blue LEDs aren't working. But yeah, these will color change over time. Alrighty, so how's it going, Rilder? So yeah, R1, I had a note somewhere, R1 yellow, yeah, 180 ohms. Oops. So if we grab this, edit, 180R. All right, and now we can update. Yep, there we go. And so I can just grab this, move it, let's say here to give us some space, and then remove this to, let's put it on rear silk. Nope, nope, not mask, silk. Back silk screen. Wow, what did you say? Comes out with firmware that does not have English, even though it displays welcome message in English. Weird. No, no. Move. 10K. As long as I put them in order, people will be able to figure out what it means. 10K, and then back silk. And then next one, 68. Move. Here. And put it in back silk. One should be okay. C1. Don't need the C1. Or I could just change it to 470 UF. Oops. Visible back silk. Oh no, is the cap on the front? It is on the front. Switch sides. Right? There we go. That should be better. Need to put this on the back too. Switch sides, flip. I gotta make sure my resistors aren't in the front. So let's check. View, 3D viewer. Oh look, my resistors are in the front. Okay, resistance values are there. 470 UF is there. Let's put another one there. Lose a pi 0. Oh, Pi Zero is like really expensive these days too. Do you want to see how much it costs in Canada? There we go. You want a Pi Zero W? Oh, here you go. Here's a Pi Zero 2 WH. This is what it is. Here's a Pi 4, 8 gig, 340. So yeah, welcome to Canada. Okay, so yeah, I need to flip all those resistors onto the back. This. Oh, not that. Unselect. Let's flip. Oh no. I flipped everything. F. 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 Okay. 10K. Move that to back silk. Put a capital K, make me feel better. Oh, kilometer. Move that up here. That one is fine just there. 330R, we'll put in the back silk. Back silk, don't need the R2 designator. There we go. Move this up here. Make sure that's not visible. Okay, that's good. Flip this back to the back silk screen. Remove the designator, don't need that. Don't need that, back silk screen. Don't need that. This to the back. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to move them to viable places now. 1, 2, and 3. That's good. 470 UF. Edit. Back silk. Okay. This one here. 470 UF. Back silk. Move this up to here. There we go. Like, I think this should work now. So the DRC checker, I think, says it's good. Design rules checker, run DRC. Okay, silkscreen overlap. That would be over here. For what? Overlaps to what? Oh, Q1 over here. Oh, there. That really doesn't matter, but I will move it. Okay, arc on B silkscreen. I don't see what's wrong with that. Run the DRC again. Okay, courtyards overlap, that doesn't matter. Track has unconnected end. This is important. So this is what is unconnected? D2 pad 2. D2 pad 2. It's connected to here. It's connected. What's with the funky arrows? That's the design rule checker. I don't know why this is disconnected. It should be connected. Let's just run a wire again. Run a wire on the back copper from here to here. And then from here, doesn't really matter how ugly it looks, like that. Drop the backing. And let's run it again. Track has unconnected end. It says here there's an unconnected end. So it's connected here, right? D2 pad 2. That's the same net. Comes up like this. Down to here. This is still D2 pad 2. Maybe I have to delete the via. Oh, this little guy? I pop a via in there. And then this. Pop a new via in there. Let's run that again. There we go. That's what it needed, that little guy. So I have two errors with courtyards overlapping. Gonna exclude that, don't care. Exclude that, don't care. Run the DRC. That's it. So we're good now. So theoretically, I should be able to put this together and it should work. I only did make one change though. This feels wrong. D2 pad 2. Okay, hang on a sec. There's something wrong here. Did I... Oh, you fuck. I didn't fix this capacitor. This capacitor needs to go under. No wonder it still worked. I made the same mistake again. You bastards. Now it's gonna make me... now it's gonna make me drop a new capacitor and new stuff. Okay. Gotta redo this again. I was like, I run the DRC and everything works. But something looked off because I had been dealing with this all of yesterday. Okay. So this one should be fixed. This one, yeah, this one is not fixed. Okay. So this is problematic now because we do need to move, take this track away. And we need to run a track to here on the back copper. So that's okay. We need to move this guy around to there. Did that break anything? Now we need to run the DRC again. I actually don't like this little nub in here. Okay, let me run the DRC again. DRC. Oh, we got a track. Track has unconnected end. Show me. Oh, yeah, all this stuff. There we go. That should be nicer. Run the DRC. Okay, I need to fix these capacitors now. Frickin' bastards. Are they on the front again? Ah, they're in the front. Okay, and then might as well edit these footprints. Don't need to show that. Oh, yeah, we will show that. We'll erase this. This is 470 UF. You bastard. Go 470 UF there. That should be okay. This guy, edit. UF. That's already set there. That's good. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Franco? You just missed me fixing the PCB and then ruining it again. And now I think it's fixed again. Run DRC. Unconnected end again. Where? Why didn't you show me DRC? You guys see an arrow here? Oh, there. This has an unconnected end. Let me rerun that. Why? How is this unconnected? D2 pad 2. D2 pad 1. This goes together. D2 pad 1, D2 pad 1, D2 pad 1, D2 pad 1, D2 pad 1. 3 LEDs are in there. And this comes back around. D2 pad 2. Hopefully 100% fixed, yeah. I don't understand how this is disconnected. Is there somewhere else it needs to go? Like if I click this, it seems like the whole thing is connected. Okay, track, net, D2, pad 1, on back copper. The only thing I can think of is that there's something underneath the cap. There is something underneath the cap. That's what it is. This little guy. Now if I run the DRC, there we go. Should be fixed. Yeah, hopefully 100% fixed. Okay. Another mistake I made is this coin cell holder is massive. I'm using a much smaller one, but I think that's okay because I think a bigger coin cell would probably be for the best anyways. And mine fits in there perfectly, so I'm just gonna leave it. So that's good. This is all done. Let's check out the 3D viewer. Looks good. I even moved this so it doesn't clip. Values are all easily legible. I think that's good. What do you guys think? Looking good? And for those of you who just showed up, I can also show you the actual PCB. There it is. So that's what it looks like. See how the coin cell holder is much smaller than the footprint? That's because I'm using 2032s. It looks like this coin cell, if you put a bigger coin cell holder, it'll use 3032s or 2632s. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter. It looks pretty good, aside from the place here where I put some solder on the gold by accident. But it looks all right. It's got the yellow. So the yellow star works, but the rest of it doesn't. Even with my bodge wires trying to fix it. Come on, get out of there. Finally. Freaking things are impossible. There we go. So the yellow lights up and the reds light up very, very dim, but it doesn't work because, yeah, my my sockets aren't done right. And I tried to fix it, but I think one of these tracks are still shorting. So it's not fixed. But you see, I tried to move the capacitor. Focus, you fuck. Whatever. And then this is the other one, the wreath. I'm really disappointed in how bad these coin cells are, but it is what it is. So yeah, that one is done for. If you put long caps on it, they make a stand for it. Actually, these caps already work as a stand. I tilted them back a little bit. Oh, wait, no, yeah, these are, I had to move them. But even the coin cell holder holds it up like so. And then on top of that, there is a hole right up there. See there? There's a hole. So you can hang it on your tree if you want. You can have a tree within a tree, sort of like a treeception type thing. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, this video is done. The video for this thing, my macro pad, my new one, it's actually finished. The video will be published tomorrow morning. But yeah, so you got all the sockets in there, all the LEDs, everything's working. So yeah, this lights up with LEDs. So yeah, that's the deal, and I think this is done. So that's good. Gonna Control S that. Freaking pain in the butt. What's you guys' thoughts? Should we try to make another PCB of some sort, or should we just get into continuing on the CAD modeling for the RC whatever? There's actually a little bit of CAD modeling I should do for the snowspeeder, but I'm missing some parts still. Yeah, don't you like the pink? So someone here was suggesting to print in pink last time, but I've got pink and purple It's up to me. Well, that doesn't work. Poll? You can make a poll. I don't remember how to make it. I think it's the little plus next to the thing. I'll make a poll. Next project. Snow speeder CAD work. Make a rando new PCB. RC car CAD work. There we go. So there's a poll now. Maybe you need to be in control of the stream. Maybe that's why you need to be like a brand account or something like that. Okay, Rando New PCB is winning so far. There's a couple of viewers here, so if you folks want to vote, now's the time. So Snowspeeder, make a new PCB. Okay, Rando new PCB. What kind of PCB do we make? That's a good question. Let's see. You have to be hosting it from your channel to poll. Interesting. I don't want to make another festive one, so it won't be festive. The PCB way is hard limiting me to 2 holiday PCBs, and already I'm going to reorder the Christmas tree one. So, well, they want to sponsor 2 videos a month, so I could make another one, but like if I made a 3rd video, it would be, you know, I'd be using their sponsorship and they wouldn't pay me for it, basically. The going live red light, it will need a PCB. That's going to need some CAD work. I actually don't even know, like, I think I'm just going to drive strips of LEDs, so that should be pretty easy. Oh yeah, that's the problem. The problem is I need to use like a NRF24L01, a module that really isn't working for me very well. We can figure that out though. Yeah, the on-air one. So here's my thoughts on it here. Let me. I need access to my folders. Okay, we can work on the on-air one. Okay, let me switch you guys to my webcam so you guys can't see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to pull a couple things into Photoshop. Let's see, like 1440p. Let's go 4K. It's okay. Need one of those so I know when I'm on air. There we go. No, the problem, Franco, is it needs to show up like downstairs, the main floor. So I stream from the basement, and my wife streams, Veroac, she streams from the 2nd floor. How's it going, BWs? Welcome to the stream. Make sure to vote on the poll. You could actually change the direction of the stream. So yeah, she streams from upstairs, I stream from the basement, which means that on the main floor, we need something to tell the other partner if we are live or not at the moment. Thumbs. Yeah, if you saw the live stream where we made some stuff, that's the result there. All right, so this guy, and then gonna need a logo. Simplified logo. Like so. Oh, it's not transparent. What am I doing? Yeah, this will do. All right. So if I bring you guys back, Home Assistant. Oh, that's so complicated. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. So we've got this live thing, right? So there's going to be a box that sort of looks like this, right? And then on top of that, I'll have like my logo, and I'll have, so there'll be like two stacked on top of each other. I gotta, hold on, I gotta make this work. Okay, so this will go like up, let's say to here, centered there, and this will go down to there. Okay, so there'll be two of these, right? One with my logo here, and one with my wife's logo here. So Vero's logo would be on this one. I don't have Vero's logo, so I can't show you. And basically, it'll have like a white background. So behind here will be white. Then there'll be a red stenciled live on top. And then, you know, our logo's on top. And then this will be just on the wall in the kitchen or something. Or in the or in the like living room or somewhere on the main floor. And then from our desks, we can hit a button and this will light up when we're live and then not when we're not live. Now, I wanted to do this with an NRF24L01 module, which is this. NRF24L01. Yeah, live or recording, something like that. Images. So these guys, I have a couple of these guys. They're wireless communication modules. But now that I'm thinking about it, I could also use an ESP32. And so that when Vero does learn programming enough, this could be, yeah, it could be on air. Could do on air. That's okay. This could be actually controlled by a web server, a Raspberry Pi, like Node-RED or whatever. And it could automatically go on when you hit like record in OBS or something. The button would be the better. Like I think I just like the manualness of a button. But if I do sacrifice a couple of ESP32s, then like when either of us learns coding far enough, it could actually just turn on by itself. So, and let's be clear, ESP32 is like way overkill, but I have 10 ESP32s and I have 0 8266s, which would be cheaper. And an ESP8266 is still way overkill. What's it called again? Morse messages to each other. Like, get the pizza, I'm starving. I forgot what the little ESP, oh, D1 Mini. So these guys are actually cheaper, the D1 Minis, and also way overkill. But yeah, it's just what I have. Big red don't panic button. Yeah, actually the cool thing is we're going to be able to flavor our buttons however we want, right? Because the button is just going to be the sort of like input, right? I do have a couple of buttons here. Pardon the absolute state of my workbench. I thought fixing the tree would take way longer. So I'm very partial to these mechanical switches, as you guys know, but I do have these arcade switches, which I've not done anything with. There's these guys. They have a satisfying click. Listen. Don't know if you guys could hear that. But yeah, there's these guys. They can be sitting in a nice box, and you know, they're pretty cool. And I think they're lit. Yeah, they are lit as well. You know, not like lit fam or whatever, but you know, lit with a light. So that could work. Yeah, I love the chunky click, and I think Vero likes the chunky click too. I think we're both chunky click aficionados. I think Vero more than me. But yeah, it's blue though. I should have really got a neutral color. So then, if Vero doesn't want blue, well, she's kind of stuck with it. There is a way to delatch these. Don't remember how, but yeah, the lens is actually blue. So that could work. Really nice though, it's just these little micro switches. And then when you press, it pushes on somewhere. I don't quite remember now. Oh, the sides, yeah. Hang on a sec. You can actually see it. Oh, there. Derp. So you see there? That's how an arcade button works, if you never knew. So yeah, these are a viable option. I've got a ton. I think I've got 10. Yeah, I got 10 of these. And I've been meaning to use them, and I just don't have them. So I haven't used them. So there's that. Got a couple of these bags of mechanical switches. Love these. I have these guys too for a smaller option. Since I know my desk base is at a premium. I think Vero is a little bit more organized than me. So there's these guys. They do a nice click. I don't know if you can hear that. And they have these nice caps with that are labelable, so you can actually put a label in them. Let's see if I can jam this together. There we go. So you put a label on that, and you stick it on there. There we go. So that's the assembly. It's not too bad. It's not as nice as the arcade button though. I got these toggles too, because it could be a push on, push off, but it could also be a toggle. These are relatively chunky too. They're not, there we go. They're not exactly ka-chunk. So, not quite the same. And then I've got like, oh, I got these guys too. These are micro switches with arms. So, sort of like a mouse button. Decent. If Vero wants my only purple switch, you can have my purple switch. I've got these guys. These guys have a nice ka-chunk as well. Yeah, I mean, a person's got to have switches, right? So this one. So that's a good snap. It's probably peaking the mic. This one also has an indicator inside, so you can actually light this up when you activate it. there's these vibration switches. So if one of us is frustrated, we can just like shake the whole frickin' box and then that'll turn on the light. More these red switches. Put this guy back in. So both of these are linear switches, by the way. The blacks and the reds, they don't make a click. Oh, I got these. These also have a light. Need to make a PCB for these, though. They're impossible to breadboard. They have these extra wires on the side, 1 and 2, to light up the LED. These were expensive. I was supposed to make PCBs for them, but I haven't done that yet. These were very expensive. I got 10, and I think it cost me, they were almost $1 each. Oh yeah, I've got hundreds. Back when I thought I was going to be selling PCBs, I bought hundreds of these switches, like probably literally 800 of them. They're terrible little rocker switches. Well, I got this one. This is one I used to bid on eBay auctions, and I probably got this for a couple of cents. And this is a scooter hazard switch. Very clunky. So yeah, 3 wires, so one be common, then one normally open, one normally closed. Pretty neat stuff. Got the hazard logo on it already. Got a slide switch. I think that's kind of it. It's good to have options. Yeah, I do like these arcade buttons the best. I should have gone, you know, I should have gone for clear instead of blue, but it is what it is. I think the illuminated arcade ones would be better, so you can see the light on where you are as well. Yeah, I agree. I think those are the better options so far. So, okay, so what are we feeling? Are we feeling on air or live? Let's see. Back to my screen. Whoops. There we go. So, on air light. Something like this? Are we thinking like that? Because we could do that. That's not too bad. Or we could do like shadow box, where it's black and only the on-air shows through. Oh look, here's a really cheap looking one with spray paint. Well, here's a good question. Hey Vero, if you're in the stream, how pretty does it have to look? Like, do you want it to be an art piece? 10W40. $10W40, that's diesel oil. I think I can make it fairly thin. Do I have black filament? I don't know if I have black filament. Hold on. I have white filament. I have red. Red's good. Pink, silver, purple. What color is this? Matte. Dark gray matte. Another white. I've got blue. And silk blue. Oh, and I have green as well, matte green. Winter lawn tractor oil. Red light up lettering on black background. So I don't have any black filament. let's see. $21, something like that. PLA, is that a kilo? Yeah, $18. It would be neat if I can just have it on like a PCB. No, that's not what I mean. Because you know, you can vector drawing like this, right? And so I can have the letters be here, and then you can just have the LEDs inside on the back side of this fire inwards and then reflect back out if there's a white box. You know what I mean? Or, yeah. Because then, I mean, you switch that into a PCB project. Oh, but then where does the ESP sit? The ESP would have to be inside. Or like it'd have to have really big borders. I think I like it more bright though. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. You can make them floating letters as well. Can just make, spell it out in 3mm red LEDs. Yeah, I can do that and put a diffuser on top. Either 3mm or I have SMT LEDs. I have, hang on a sec. So I have, well, I have WS28112s, so NeoPixels. Or I think I have, these are caps. Trying to move my mess around. So I have these bright white LEDs. Because then I could also get a stencil, right? Yeah, 0805 white, blue, green, yellow, and red. And it looks like it's about 100 of those. Then 0603 white, blue, green, yellow, and red. Probably have to order more. Don't think 100 would quite do it. But then again, like, I have so many LEDs. I could just do it in 5mm LEDs, to be honest. You guys have seen this before. Oh, you know what? Could do it on this too. On. You could probably spell on air with 4 or 5, right? Like half of this. That wouldn't be a bad idea. These things were a little bit expensive, but not too bad. And honestly, the shape and size is pretty decent. You can also like make it flash or pulse or change colors. This is not a bad idea. I just don't know how to code for that, but like if this was there, PCB mounted behind, right? So this would be in a box like this. Maybe it'd have a longer chin here, so the ESP would be here, or a forehead like up here. So ESP would be here. This would connect to the PCB. PCB would sit kind of this way. That's not a bad idea. And then you can even have like the recording symbol there. And I think BitLooney made a grid that you 3D print to put on top of this, and then you put a white diffuser on top. Oh, that'd be not a bad idea. Could have the bottom half as a clock. Yeah, it could be a clock. Or like if she's recording and I'm recording, her half is here, my half is there, or whatever. This, I think, is our better option so far. Be a bit simpler, have the PCB up here with the drive circuitry. Get the ESP and then a couple push buttons on top so that you can manually activate it. I think this is the way to go. So ESP controlling this. It shouldn't be that difficult, right? How long is this? Oh, that's long. That's over 40 mils. It's not going to be a cheap PCB. How wide do I need for an ESP? Or do we know? Trying to rummage through my stuff here. I mean, if I need space, I can use a tiny Pico. Can always do that. Yeah, half a display each. I need a really strong 5-volt adapter, but I mean, could figure that out. It's not a big deal. ESP, where would you be? I need to organize my microcontroller box. There's an ESP. So I need it like roughly, let's say 30 mils. Let's say 30 millimeters wide. ESP sits on there. Can sit bottom or top. And then I just need two tactile buttons to control, you know, off and on. I might put a bunch of buttons because look, there's so many unused pins here. Okay, so I want something roughly this width. So roughly 40 by 30. Wait, did I do that wrong? Hang on. Here. So I need it about, oh, what was I doing down here? I need something 15, 160 mils, maybe 150, right? 150 mils by 30 mils. I'll pop this on. I think that should do. Okay, so let's write this down before I forget. PCB for a Tiny 2040 as I finished a PSC for a ESP32C3 and waiting for delivery. Nice. I knew what some of those words meant. Okay, so here's the deal. This is a what by what matrix. Should say on the back. Doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 by 16 matrix. So, okay, let's go. On air sign. All right, we use a 16 by 16 WS2812 matrix. PCB with ESP either on chin or forehead. Okay, so we're going to need a couple hardware buttons. On, off, plus future proof. Okay, possibly running node red. This is, if another maker watches, he will be happy. So I don't know if another maker actually watches these live streams, but if he does, this is the only indication he'll get from me. 256 LEDs, yeah, 16 by 16. Okay, so possibly running node red, but then we need a back case to support matrix, plus wall hanging. Then we need a front LED, sort of like, what would you call that? Like a light director, like a LED, like isolator. And then a front LED diffuser. Okay, so we need a diffuser and an isolator. And then I think it's going to be it. So the hardware buttons, they could be on a daughter board too. Don't know. Okay, so let's figure that out. So if we only need the ESP, then we're literally just going to need, 5 volts. Let's kind of need to know the current of this too, because apparently these panels full on will draw quite a bit. So we need to find a beefy 5-volt adapter or 12 volt plus buck converter. All right, that's not too bad. We don't have that big of a list of stuff to do. In fact, I know BitLooney, I think BitLooney made the LED director or whatever, but we could even do that ourselves. It's not that difficult. So that's good. Couple hardware buttons. Probably in total, like, this thing is going to be like very thin. Do I want to mount this on the wall or like just put it on a thing? Probably just put it on a thing. Well, I'll figure that out. All right, well, let's get to work. So the ESP portion is not going to be hard if I just want like the regular functionality. And this could also act as like mood lighting when it's idling, like doing WLED stuff. So that's not too bad. So I guess now we put an ESP32, find a pin to address the LEDs, and then, I mean, that's going to be a super simple PCB, right? Right? Oh, not too bad. Yeah, we don't mind the ugly power cable. Okay, so what do we need then? If I go new project, holiday, new project, on air light. Yes, definitely save. Okay, so I mean, basically, it's just going to be a ESP32. And let's bring in an ESP32. I believe I made a footprint. This one. This is my ESP32 specifically, the one I use. So, plop. Can this take 5 volts? It must take 5 volts, right? Yeah, because you could power from USB. Okay, so I'm gonna label 5-volt net. Stick it in there. Ground net. Stick it in there. We can do this as well. Look at all the frickin' pins we can use. There's a lot. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We will probably do a provision for a light level sensor too. So when the lights are off in the kitchen, it dims. That's how we're going to get extra functionality. So I'm going to add that to my list. Okay, so light level sensing, we're going to need a pin capable of doing that. Is there no analog pins on here? They're all digital pins. Pin it. Now, going through the arduous task of finding my specific ESP32, I think it's dev kit C. I believe it's this one. So these all say ADC. Hey, I'm not a robot. I'm not on a VPN, am I? No. How to read analog input channels. Arduino Core, yeah, good. Prior knowledge, nothing. Good. We're good. I don't have any knowledge, so nothing. Software tools, yeah, got that. Hardware components, well, a course kit, well, yeah. Has 2 times 12-bit SAR ADC hardware peripherals, can read 18 different analog input channels. Okay, the ADC firmware driver API supports ADC1, 8 channels, touch GPIO 32 to 39. Okay, good to know. And ADC2, 0 to 4, 12 to 15, 25 to 27. However, use of ADC2 has some restrictions. ADC2 is used by the Wi-Fi driver. Okay, so we need to pick pins from 32 to 39. That's what I'm reading. So 32. Uh-oh. I don't see 32 there. 32, 35, 34. Okay. I'm gonna open my ESP so I can figure out what the deal is. Where did I even leave my ESP? Dang it. Well, I put my ESP somewhere, and now I can't find it. Fantastic. Professional YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. And I know if I take out another one, then I'm going to find the other one, and I'll have already put my bins away, so I won't be able to put it away. Dang it. Why you guys do this to me? Fine, I'll take out another one. Damn it. You're asking why I need so many micros? That's why. It's on the side. Thanks. I don't know which side. This is the LED bin. It's not in there. Okay, we can move the LED bin. Let's do that. Yeah. LED bin out of the way. It's not here. I've got a Pi Pico and a breadboard for it with all the pinouts labeled. Never used it. Yeah. I have a Pi Pico. Tried to do a getting started with the Pi Pico tutorial, and it kept not working. So I got frustrated, and it's back in the bag. Need to use the Pi Zero as well, sent by another maker. And I have a Pi Zero W in here too, also sent by another maker. I could sell these for like $1 billion right now. All right, ESP32, brand new one. Pico custom screw terminal PCB. No one else has. Nice. Did you make it? There'll be such easy PCBWay videos if I make screw adapters. Okay. ESP32. So I just need to match this up with the drawing to make sure it's the proper. There we go. Very nice. I love these things. ESP32's actually a very cool micro. I wish I was better at coding to make better use of them, because I think these things are 2-core micros. So they're really, really powerful and really, really good, but I just, you know, made by the company that is not PCBWay, I guess JLC PCB. Don't be afraid to name companies. Just because I'm sponsored by PCBWay doesn't mean the other PCB companies don't exist. I mean, honestly, my first PCBs were made by JLC, and they work just fine. The reason I'm continuing with PCBWay is we have a deal, and their quality is good. But that doesn't mean JLC wasn't good either. All right. Well, you're trying to get a PCBWay sponsorship. Well, do you want me to speak to my contact? How big is your channel? YouTube, Adam Bryant. Trying to find your channel. Oh, here, I'll do it here. No, not Brian Adams. Can I use oh, this is not going well. How do I find your channel? What's your handle? Did you choose one yet? Tronix experiment. Tronix experiment. There you are. Okay. Oh, there, AJB2K3. Yeah, this is you, right? Yeah, this is you. Also, if it doesn't show you that I'm subscribed, it's because this is my streaming only browser. So like for example, this you got 1.2K views. $13K. I think you'd probably be able to swing a sponsorship. But yeah, in the future, just give people this, because when you go now, you can go youtube.com/ and then the @ and that brings you directly to your channel. Adam turned to the dark M5 stack. Oops, sorry if I'm making noise in my microphone there. To the dark M5 stack side, but the I've been told that the M5 stack people are like the kindest people. So I do believe in the M5 stack mission. I mean, I wish they would send me stuff, but I wouldn't be a really good brand ambassador because I am useless at coding. I am slowly learning, but yeah. So you're actually the second person that tells me that these people are easy to work with. Okay, so let's start. Let's pick. So we need to use ADC 1. Some of the ADC 2 pins are used as strapping pins. Ooh, kinky. This cannot be used freely. So we'll pick 32. Oh, that reminds me. Nobody can send me anything anymore because I think our P.O. box is expired. Let's see. If I go to my channel, have to edit out the P.O. box. How do I do this? Customize channel. Gotta edit out right now. Yeah, so basically first of all, P.O. boxes cost a lot of money. We probably spent over the course of 3 years or 4 years, we spent like $600-700, something like that. Maybe a bit more. Publish. There we go. No, you can't send me chocolate. Oh, it's terrible. So we're looking into getting a new P.O. box, but a better P.O. box that will actually accept. Yeah, I think it's more than that too. So yeah, instead of a P.O. box, we have to get a straight address because or else they don't accept outside couriers. And for that, it's going to be roughly, it's like $350 per year. That's a lot of freaking a lot of money. So that's quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. And like there was a while where like manufacturers were wanting to send me stuff a lot, and so it kind of made sense, but now not so much. Okay, so 32. So let's go, we'll take 32. We're gonna break that out. 32. It is a lot of money. Yeah. D 32 right there. Okay, so we're gonna go LDR pin. So D32, that's gonna be for LDR. Now we need just a couple of hardware digital pins. The turntable kit in a box. Neat. I mean, like, I love getting stuff, but it's like, holy shit, man. Like, I have to work a ridiculous amount just to support it. And like, it's getting a little bit better now that I have sponsorship for the podcast is now sponsored. I don't know if you guys noticed. It's not as much money as I wanted it to bring in, but at the moment it's like, it's money, so I need to do it. But yeah, I mean, I've lost a whole bunch of Patreon patrons, and I don't blame them. Don't go, like, don't feel bad for me. I wasn't making videos because I was working like a dog, and so they left, which is fine. But yeah, it's just, it's not supportable, you know, to make a you know, it's a lot of expenses. There, I'll put it that way. It's a lot of expenses. And like, I wanted to make sponsored videos for a few companies, but like for example, I got a 3D printer, and the thing just ran like garbage. I actually just recently figured out how to make it work not like garbage, and without their help, they stopped answering me. I have like a lithium, like a solar, you know, like you see the these guys here. Hold on a sec. Let me show you. Like the Bluetti. So I'm using Bluetti because it's not the company who sent it to me, but they have like, you know, these like power banks that you can plug things in and you plug a solar panel. So a company that is not Bluetti sent me one device for review, and the thing is, I was asking them questions to do the review, and they just weren't answering me. And like, it was just like a weird situation. So the problem is, I like their product, and then, you know, then I got busy, and then anyways, they stopped answering me. So it's like, okay, then the 3D printer, I can show you that. It's this company, but it's like so hard to get them. The hell is Price Boon? You know what I mean? Like, you can't even find it anymore. Like, I think the company went under. Is this the one I have? So the thing is, the printer I have doesn't even have a name. So there, YS01. I didn't even know that was the name. I'm not on Mastodon. I'm not. I have to figure out something to replace Twitter in case Elon has another shit fit. But I'm not on Mastodon yet. I mean, at some point I'll try to learn it. So like this printer is like great. It has BL Touch. It has a BMG style, but all metal dual gear extruder. It has a runout sensor. You can see right up there. There's the runout sensor. It has large print volume, so it's 300 by 300 by 350. Everything is tidy. Look, it's got a you know, a ribbon cable going up the stack. When you do, you can find me under my name. Nice. I don't actually know how it works though. Don't you have to join a server or something? I have no idea. It runs on 24 volts, but then it's got, so it's like this thing is brilliant, but then it's got a bunch of issues. Like they used the world's thinnest wire for the heat bed. See, there was a picture from the back. So this thing here, this wire, here, let's see if I can zoom in a bit. So this wire, that's actually a mains wire. I think it's like 16 gauge. It's tiny. So it's in there is 3 wires, so power, ground, and thermistor, right? And it's super thin. They didn't use like ferrules or anything. On the inside is a fan that just made a ridiculous amount of noise. The extruder, this screw for the extruder here got bent in shipping, and so like I'm telling them this stuff, and they said, okay, we'll send you the parts to fix it, and the firmware was garbage. So they said, okay, we'll send you the parts to fix it. Well, I wait 2 weeks, and all they sent me was a plastic BMG, so I can take the extruder knob off of it. But it's like, where's the fan? Where's like the software? Like you didn't send anything, and they just stopped answering me. So like, this is in stock. Apparently you can buy this still. But yeah, it's like, I like it. It's a good printer. It's a good product. But the QC was low, and they just stopped answering me. So like, I don't have a video for them, right? Like, I think they're better off. But yeah, I think this thing had a lot of potential. Also, I think the bed's warped already, which is fantastic. So anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, we need some digital pins too. Is there anything I should stay away from? Like, does anyone know the, like, can I just use any of these GPIOs? Yeah, I think the company is a bit crap. I think if they had a bit of help, they would have made something decent. They wouldn't have stood apart though. They didn't have anything special. They just had like, it's sort of like a Ender 3 Pro or Ender 3 V2 with a bigger bed, so which is good. I need GPIO. Okay, so if I want to run NeoPixels, do you know if there's a specific pin I should use for NeoPixels? Because that's what I need. That's what I need to know as well. I'm trying to remember. I think it was D6 I used. There is no D6, so it couldn't be D6. What is D2? I think. Not fast LED, but WLED uses. I think they use D2. Any pin runs via pin matrix, so any pin can be assigned any function. Okay, I know some of those words. All right, D2, we'll use that as the NeoPixels. And then we can just use, I want to just grab a couple of digital pins then. So 12, 13, 14. Just say digital 1. And the thing is, I don't really know what these things are going to do now, so I'm just going to randomly break them out. I flip between GPIO 4 and 8 depending on how dyslexia I am. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. No, Johnny. John, you just became a patron. I didn't say that to get more patrons. I was saying that because I'm just telling you how the costs have gone up. That's all. But thank you. I do appreciate it. Okay, so 12, 13, 14, and then I'll grab 18 and 19. Four. Oops. And Digi5. Okay, so we're gonna get some buttons. I kind of do want to break out all these other ones too. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So one thing I try to do is I try to make it so I can always modify things later. I'm gonna grab these guys. Move to there. Grab these guys. Move them to there. Just adjusted my patronage to people who actually do live streams, lol. I don't even know what 25 sec means in Canadian dollars. Hopefully it's not a lot. Let's see. Sorry if I outed you if you didn't want to your contribution known. Okay, $3.60. That's fine. I didn't want you to drop a frickin' massive. Okay, good. So 15. So let's do this. We're gonna grab pin headers. I don't remember how to do this anymore. Connector generic. Is there literally one that's pin though? FR. No, I think it's connector. And then you go connector generic, pretty sure. Yeah, 1 by, was it 15? And I think the male ones are a bit tighter. So put that there. Sort of like that. I think you can write sex in the chat. I don't think I have lewd word filtering. I think that's a bit much. There we go. These are connected, and then you just use wires to go across like this. So basically, I'll have holes. And in fact, maybe I'm going to do another one. Because if I want to add to this board, I want it to be available. Lol. Like so. I'll make my board a little bit thicker though. Actually, maybe I can mirror the footprint, you know, beside it, because I have more length than I have width. This, like this, like this. All right, so now I can do kind of whatever I want because I have 2 rows of pins, which I can use for other stuff. I can use the other side of the board, etc., etc. Big Z, god damn it. I got another Patreon. I appreciate it, Big Z, but again, it's not needed. I would, you know what, I would actually much rather have corporate sponsors at this point. I am of the thought that knowledge should be free, and I want to teach people things, and so I think I would rather have corporate sponsors pay for everyone else to learn for free. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, yeah, so I need an LDR pin. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna put a footprint for an LDR. LDR. This guy. So, and then that needs to be a voltage divider. So 3.3 volt LDR for light level detection. This is basically what I do, by the way. If you're thinking that I design all my stuff myself, nope. I steal designs from people. Yeah. Okay. 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 Let's try more specific. ESP32. Light level detection. Oh look, this is a tutorial. 10K resistor looks like. This is a great tutorial. ESP32io.com. Shout out. So yeah, they're doing a voltage divider with a 10K resistor. Cool. Okay, so we're going to use a resistor. Resistor small. That's good. And then, is there a value? Yeah. 10K. All right, and then probably need to go, 3.3 and ground here. Neat. What voltage divider do you guys use? Does it actually matter? I don't think it matters. I think the ADC is strong enough. We're gonna grab ground like that, and then I'm gonna grab 3. Oh, these are not actually placed where they should be. These go here. Move them down 1. Okay, we need 3v3. There we go. VCC is 5 volts. ESP32 VCC must only be 3v3. Yeah, I think you can put 5 volts on the V in though, right? I thought V in could take 5 volts. Because if the V in couldn't take 5 volts, then how can you power it by USB? You know what I mean? They do have a USB connector on it. And the ESP32 does run when connected by USB. But yeah, there is an AMS 1117, I think, on the ESP32. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. You check. Yeah, right here, that's an AMS 1117 3.3 volt regulator. I'm pretty sure VCC, like VIN, is tolerant to 5 volts, because or else how would it, grab power from here? And then my sensing pin got to be here. Bam. Okay, so that's done. Now, do we want to do, we'll do 3 buttons. We'll do 5 buttons. We don't need to assign them to anything, but we'll do all 5 buttons. So, actually, I'll just make the button circuit. Let's put our 10K. I'm going to use 10K. See if we can use all one kind of resistor. 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then need a switch. Not a connector. Nope. Device. Nope. Are these Danish? DK? LED matrix is 5 volts and needs quite some power. Oh yeah, that I know. It's got a couple of power connectors on it. Switch. There we go. Not a dip switch. It's actually a push button. This guy. Push button. I'm gonna give it some space. There we go. And then there's probably internal pull-ups as well, so I'm just going to get this one to ground. And then we're going to link these with a wire. Can do mechanical debounce, but I think I'm just going to do software debounce, which is fine. Someone can show me how that's done. There we go. So we got our 4 buttons. Pull down. Honestly, I think that's kind of it. Can do some status LEDs. Do we need status LEDs? Not really. I'm putting 10K resistors there to protect the digital pins. Pull down to ground. I know it's not necessary, but I think it's best practice usually when you work with digital pins. Could be wrong. They shouldn't divide voltage, they should just pull right to ground. And I'm pretty sure the device itself can use pull-up resistors. But the pull-ups won't be in parallel with the input, right? It won't be in series with the input, it'll be in parallel. Am I mistaken? The I/O is in input mode. It is floating. Okay, so I was told that you should always use resistors to ground. I mean, I'm just going by what I know. It's just for protection. I don't think it's needed, but I could be wrong. Depends on application. No, I'm not. Okay. All right. Let me do this more clearly. So I was told before that it's a good idea to never put your digital pin directly to ground. I don't know. I thought it was to limit the current between the digital pin and the ground in case something goes wrong. So whenever I've had to switch something to ground or to 5 volts, I used a resistor to make sure that that current could never climb high. Okay, so it is a good idea then, right? If I'm picking up what you're putting down. But yeah, they could be optional. I mean, you can short these. But I mean, if they're not needed, I can always do this too. So there we go. All right. So floating pins result. No, they won't be floating because I think they have internal pull-ups that it can turn on. Oh, I'm getting confused. Does the ESP32 have internal pull-up resistors that you can switch on? Um, 34 and up don't have them. Am I using 34 and up? 30, I am not. So I'm good. Okay. That's good then. All right, so I'm gonna use nada. None of these. That's good. I have the extra pins as well, so I'm not too concerned about it. I have 5 push buttons, so I can decide what they do after. I don't need to switch anything. I think this is our PCB, folks. Doesn't seem like I feel like I'm missing a lot. Okay. Oh, I need the ESP32 terminals. So what I'm going to do is, because it uses a lot of current, here, let me switch to the webcam. Look at this freaking mess. Okay, so since these NeoPixels use a lot of current, they give you this power wire, and then they give you the digital in. This is the connector for it. You can actually just use pin headers. This will fit on pin headers. This is 0.1 inch pitch, so that's fine. But what I'm going to do is that the 5 volts and the ground are on this pin already, and I've got these two wires. So I'm actually going to put 5 volts and ground side by side. And so this will get its 5 volts and ground from both these connectors, just to make sure we're not getting too much drop through these wires. And then also, you know, you can disconnect this connector too. So I just want to basically make sure we've got plenty of 5 volts and ground going to here. And as for power, I'm going to check right now what I have available, because if I don't have anything high enough current, I'll have to switch to something else. I'll have to use like a 12 volt power adapter and a buck converter, which is fine also. Let's see, put these guys away. Here's my box of power adapters. What are those connectors on the Matrix called? I don't actually know what they're called. Some variation of DuPont, certainly. So, like, I have these guys, right? This is a 19 volt 3.2 amps at 19 volts. Can you read that? Right there. So this is like a laptop power supply thing. So like this would be good, but then I need a buck converter. What I'm hoping is to find a high enough current 5 volt brick, 24 volts. What's this? 32 volts. That's not going to work. 5 volts, 3 amps. Not quite enough, I don't think. The LED matrix, this guy. This is what we're going to use. And I don't know what these are called, but they look like some type of Molex. Let's see. 16 volts. $32 volts. 7.5. 9 volts. So yeah, it might be one of those things where I have to buy a power supply. That's not the end of the world either. 24 volts. 24 volts. This is a tiny little guy for 24 volts. I used to love these things when they were you can actually buy them from the cheap stores. JST SM. Nice. Actually, I'm going to write that down because I might be able to just buy some and make it plug and play. JST SM 4 LED matrix. All right. Used on most Chinesium WS28112s. I hope we all have a box just like this. This is like my favorite. But yeah, I don't have a 5 volt power supply strong enough. So, I mean, let's see. I can check what the options on Amazon are. I don't even know how much current the I don't know how much current the strip takes, but it's going to be a lot. So let's head over to Amazon. Let's say 5 volts. What? I don't know. Let's say 5 amps. I mean, 25 watts is quite a lot, right? So, say I can get one for 25 bucks. That's not too bad. 1-star rated one for 20 bucks. Oh, yeah, 20 bucks. These are 2 amps. Max brightness. I bet that a 3 amp power supply would work. Well, if they're actually 20 milliamps each. So it's 16 by 16 times 0.03. Let's go like a maximum. So that's 8 amps. That's a lot of current. I don't know if I can get a 10 amp 5 volt power supply. Apparently so. $30. That's a hell of a lot of current. Wow. That's expensive. Yeah. Okay. So they are available. I don't think these things will have a long life though. 12 volts, 10 amps. Can generate and use 1.21 gigawatts. No, I don't have the flux capacitor. Yeah, so I mean, look, at worst case scenario, we're looking at $30. I don't even know if like AliExpress would be any better. 5 volts, 10 amps. That's a hell of a lot of current though. US 10 amps, 5 volts. $20 here. Right? It would be yeah. They even came back to the future. Yeah. When is that reaction going live, by the way? I think a lot of people are going to be wanting to see that. So yeah, I get one for under $20, but I think for this power supply, I think it's going to give up the ghost, so I think I might want to buy it locally. Are you done your editing by any chance? Oh yes, it is live on her Patreon. The full thing. No, I get it, but I mean, this is a worst case scenario, Johnny. And plus, I mean, I don't know, maybe this thing is going to become some hub for other stuff. I can run another, I can probably run another matrix, you know? What are you making for food, bro? Are you making a pizza? Well, I hear the microwave, so I'm not quite sure what you're making. Okay, so we need to bring the power in. So we need a connector, generic 2-pin. Oh, I forgot about TV dinners. I only got one, right? Right? I only got one. What's the thing? Terminal blocks. I think I'm going to bring it in terminal blocks. Screw terminal. 1x2. I'm going to edit the name. V in. Okay. And then I copy this and paste it. This is going to be called LED power. Yeah, screw terminals. Are you asking what I mean by screw terminals? Because if so, I can show you. I like them a lot better than the solid connector. Turns out I can't find any. Well, I mean, they're here somewhere. Hang on. Frickin' mess of a setup here. Well, I can't find it. You're gonna have to use your imagination. I mean, they're all in like plastic boxes. Where could they have gone to? I also have like extra ones that I know I bought extras of. Well, they've gone missing. They're in the hoard somewhere. But I'll show you. Wait, certainly I've got some of my other PCBs, right? Oh yeah, here we go. These guys. Give me a second. Yeah, I will. I'll definitely find them when live stream is over. These guys. I like these screw terminals, and then I'm just going to put a ferrule on these. I'll also put the solder pads. I like the solder pads too, just in case you do want to solder to them. But yeah, these guys. They're not high quality, but they'll do the job. And with the ferrule, that makes a good connection. So yeah. I think they're 2.54 spacing. No, sorry, double that. 5.08 spacing. So LED power, and then there was that JST, right? What did you do? JST SM? Let me see here. JST SM. Oh, that's exactly, damn, you nailed it. Okay, PCB. Pin headers. Looking for a PCB mount version, like a socket. Let's see, THT. With wires that are not in a pack of 10 pairs or more. Yeah, that's kind of the deal though. Because the individual price is so low and the shipping costs are so high, you typically won't find small amounts. Or if you find a small amount, it'll be the same price as buying 10. Damn, I want a socket. I mean, this XH is probably the same pin spacing, but it's not the point. I hear Vero's TV dinner being made, and it's making me hungry. We're gonna do this for another hour probably. All right. Well, I can't find this. But what I can do is I can just use screw terminals for the thing. It doesn't really matter. I'll just use a generic connector for now. Connector. Whoops. Connector. Generic 1x3. And going to edit this right away to call it the NeoPixel there we go. All right. So we're going to grab this one here. Oh, nice. What kind of pupper do you have? Voltage in here. here. Oh yeah, the NeoPixel has an order to it, so I have to respect that. The matrix is 5 volts, D in ground. 5 volts, D in ground. 5 volts, D in ground, yeah. Oops. 5 volts. And then it can grab ground. 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 Ground, and then NeoPixels to there. I'm going to just desolder the output lead off my matrix and use that to plug into the input side. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you're only planning on doing one, absolutely. That's perfectly cromulent. I think that's it. Like, can't think of anything else I would need. Input power is dealt with. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So I don't think I need anything else. So we can actually annotate this. Close. Then we're going to do the footprint assignments. All right, so 1x15 male, that will be pin terminals. So I never remember what they call them. Header, H. Connector, pin header, 2.54. I think the socket is thinner. Pin socket, 1x15. 1x15. Oh, vertical. I kind of wish these pads were a bit bigger. I can actually edit that. So 1, 2. That's done. The V in screw terminal. So that's an S. Right? Is it in screw terminal? Okay, how about terminal? Terminal block? It's actually 5.08. There we go, these are the ones. Yep, LED power, same thing. NeoPixel connector will use a 3. Like that. Our photo just needs, I don't even know if there's going to be a photo. These are switches. It's a socket. Oh, those are the ZIF sockets. Vero, I don't know if you're in the chat, but your food smells awesome. Sensor, motion, pressure, voltage. Wow, that smells good. I'm so hungry. Bluetooth, no. Dip. Let's see if they have just LDR. These are LEDs. I might just use an LED footprint because my LDRs are THT. So I think that'll be okay. Oh, photodiode. It's close. Bunch of pin headers, pressure, push button. Switch TO290. My favorite food. There's two things in this world that I'll always say are the best. So one is there's a little pizza shop back near where I grew up, and their pizza is the best pizza. People say like, oh, you should try this, you should try this. No, you're all wrong. So yeah, there's a pizza place, and I get usually either the pepperoni bacon or the Canadian, which is pepperoni, mushrooms, and bacon. And so yeah, that pizza is like the bomb. And so that one I would definitely say. And then the second food I would recommend is here in Ottawa, we are apparently the shawarma capital of the world. So we have shawarma plates. Those are absolutely delicious as well. So yeah, shawarma or pizza from a specific pizza place. Here, let me show you here. Let me just make sure it doesn't know my location. No, it thinks we're generic Ottawa. Perfect. But this is what I'm talking about, a shawarma plate. And like apparently the shawarma we have here is different to what other cities have, but it's very authentically like Lebanese, basically. It is absolutely delicious. Yeah, these are, look, oh man, so good. So friggin' good. You can get it in sandwich form, but it's, yeah, you need the plate. And if you go to a good shawarma spot, the garlic will be the frickin' best. Yeah. But I think the new place we go to is pretty close. Like, I think the shawarma sauce is a bit different. The garlic sauce is a little bit different, but I think it's close enough. I mean, look at this with all the crispy ends here. This is Vero's favorite here. All these ends that are very dark. So if they chop you from this one, that's when you know. Oh yeah. But the only thing is it's expensive, and so I think it's $50 for both of us. It's about $20 something dollars each, plus tax and tip. It comes up to $50. The pizza is even more extravagant because just for me, with tax and tip, it's $40. But that is three. Like, it could be 2 meals, but it's more sanely 4 meals. The shawarma for me is a single meal, but if I'm being sane about it, it's 2 meals. So let's say 4 meals for $50, or 4 meals for $40. That's how it goes. But yeah, there's just, if you're Shawarma Palace, Ottawa. So they have a couple locations in Ottawa. Shawarma Palace, this is a good place. There's one all the way in the east, all the way in the west, and one central. So kind of no matter where you go, if you're in Ottawa, you can check these guys out. They're really good. But shawarma's $20 and pizza is 40. You know what I mean? Plus, I think shawarma's closer. Hard to say. It's not. It's actually not. There's zero spiciness, Franco. Like no, nothing hot. The only thing that's hot is they put hot peppers, but we always request no hot peppers. I think it just doesn't go well with the vibe of like very salty, savory flavors in shawarma. But there's no like spicy. So if you look here, yeah, even this person, look, this person got no spicy. This one here, also no spicy. So it looks like people are on our side. People don't get the spicy. Because I'm looking, no hot peppers. Also no hot peppers. Usually there'd be a big, like a single green pepper or the sliced rings. There you can see the toppings here. But this place has no hot peppers at all. Okay, well, it doesn't bother me because I never get them. But yeah, no spiciness, just absolutely deliciousness. Oh my God. I'm just getting so hungry looking at this. Yeah, you guys should call out your favorite foods too. I was told also that, so there's a meme that British people, oh, there you go. This one has spicy. See, the sliced peppers. I was told, so there's a meme that British people can't handle spicy food. And then I was told that can't be true because the British like Indian food. And then I read that Indian food in England is way less spicy than in India. So now I don't know who to believe, basically. Okay, I'm just getting just freaking hungry now. All right, back to the job at hand. Stop distracting me, chat. All right, so I was just going to use an LED for this. LED THT, because it's like 5mm width. It should be just fine. 10K. I will take a resistor. I'm sure there was resistor in here somewhere. Oh, resistor. THT. Maybe I should put enough room to put it sideways. There we go. Lots of space. It's only 10K. Okay, but okay. So there's 3 of you now that say Vindaloo curry is the reason why the British can handle their spice. But until like someone who is from India confirms it with me, I won't be able to know, right? Or I need to go and have a Vindaloo. Because yeah, I don't know if I can handle spice until I go to actual someplace that has, you know, that's renowned for spice. And let me just quell your thoughts right now. I am actually not super good with spice. I think I'm better than most generic Canadians, but Vero is way better at handling spice than me. think I have switches somewhere. Connector. All my Cherry MX. Oh, button. Button switch THT. Sausage, baked beans, and chips. Yeah, that's pretty British. Slight difference between can't handle spice and isn't as spicy as India. True. I just need to know, like, it's a meme, right? I just need to know the validity of said meme. Because I will say, Canadians, like people that have just been here forever, they're not good at spice. Like my parents, like my dad is decent, but my mom probably, my mom would think that white bread is too spicy. You know, it's a bit of a joke, but like kind of not really. I don't actually know what footprint I need for my push buttons. What's a regular tactile switch footprint look like? Bacon, sausage, and egg buddy. Buddy, correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but buddy means like white bread with butter on it, right? Like it's like a sandwich. 6 mil. I think 6 mil is right. What's the hole spacing here? Oh, measurement. Sweet. I got that right because of James May. So 6.5 center to center there, and 4.5 center to center there. Peri peri chicken can seem extravagant. The only seasoning you use the occasional bit of salt. Yeah, so we brought my mom to a sushi place, and we had her try chicken teriyaki rolls, which are basically seaweed, rice, chicken, and like a teriyaki sauce. And she said it tasted way too fishy for her. So just to let you know, like her palate is not particularly foreign, I guess. Next to me is a beer and bar of chocolate. I haven't had, there's beer in my fridge that's expired now. I haven't had beer in a long time. Oh, there we go. There was my freaking screw terminal. There's one left in here, but I've got more. I don't remember where I've put them, but I do have more. All right, so it was 4.5 along the short dimension and 6.5 along the long one. So if I set this to 6.5, close enough. Yeah, that's gonna fit. And then 4.5. Am I off screen? Probably. Professional YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that'll fit. 4.5 by 6.5, center to center. That'll fit absolutely perfectly for these little push button switches. All right, back to screen. Gluten-free beer, because I think I'm consuming way too much gluten. I mean, that's fair enough. Had friends around recently and offered one a bottle of Budweiser I had laying around for a while, expired 2019, so I can't even blame COVID for that one. Wow. Okay, put the switches, and then my custom, I have a custom libs, right? I've uncategorized. This is my tables, holiday stuff. I think I have one that's called custom. Cherry connector. Custom libs. And then there's my ESP32. Yeah, there it is. Okay. These are all the little things I've made for my custom projects. So there we go. Grab this guy. And that's it. So we should be able to design the PCB now. All right, let's do the edge cuts. So what was the width and whatever? I didn't write it down. What a dum-dum. All right. I knew it was like 30 mils wide, right? Something like that. So this is this guy. It should be symmetrical, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So that is, that's 15. So I can do like 15 centimeters wide. Maybe even do a little bit, yeah, I'll do 15 to give myself room for mounting holes. So, okay, 15 centimeters, so 150 mils. Width. And then I'm going to do, I said 30, do between 30 and 35. Let's start with 30. Okay, so 150 by 30. Let's try laying it out on that and see what happens. Nope, still young. It's a nice packet of biscuits, only a small packet. I want a packet of biscuits. 0.1, 0.1, that's good. All right, so we go first into the edge cut section. I'm going to draw a rectangle. And you want to go, you know what, I always make my boards too small. I'll go 35 to give myself space. 35 by 150. Okay, so that's my edge cuts there. I'll round the corners after. So that's good. And then let's bring in my stuff. All right, so the ESP has a keep away zone, which means that you really shouldn't put anything in that zone. So I'm going to start just by putting that zone like at the edge, maybe even further, so I can put my mounting holes outside that zone. There we go. So that's good. So then I'll put mounting holes like there. Not sure why these things are, don't know, whatever. Okay, then I've got my extra rows. That one's there. So actually, how I'm going to place this, I'm going to grab this guy, I'm going to lock it. I'm going to grab this guy and this guy. I'm going to do distribute vertical center. That should be right in the middle now. And now what you do is you set your grid to 0.1 inch. There we go, 2.54. Rotate this, move it, and place it right on top there. Right? Isn't the grid 0.1 inch? 0.1. Is it not snapping? Okay, there we go. So I need to, like, literally grab this. There we go. I need to snap it onto here. Let me snap. Why won't you snap? Okay, maybe I did this backwards. Maybe I did this backwards. All right, grab this, unlock this, grab this, move it. Okay, that's snapping now. Like this. I'm gonna lock this part, grab this part, and this part, and then align them. Vertical center. There. So this should be able to snap, move. Yeah, so there, and then you go out 0.1. So these will be, there we go. So I've got this solved. Not E, rotate. There we go. So now these are lined up perfectly, so you could put a pin header across these if you want. How can she snap? Wow, I actually remember the video related to that. How can she snap? All right. Which one of these? LED power. Okay, can pop that. Actually, that should be on the bottom of the board, I think. Just thinking here. Okay, so if we think the LED matrix will be here, right, and facing outwards this way, probably want this facing this way, or no, facing this way, but here, and actually on the other side. Change side flip. It'll be on the back side of the PCB, like the underside of the PCB, because the ESP will be sticking out the top, and this will be sticking out the bottom. I think that's correct. Oh, got a Discord message. Oh, just an announcement. Wow. If you're in Vero's Discord, you can see what she posted, and that's what I'm laughing at. All right, this, we're gonna flip it. And then this will go here as well. It's good like that. And then the power, the V-in, I'll put it actually kind of over, they could be close to each other, I guess. Because the wire can come in from the side and be zip tied down through holes in the board. All of these can come together. In fact, maybe I'll shift all of these things over. Oops, need to flip that one. Move. Gonna get the LED's power from as close to the V-in as possible. And then there. And then I'll snake the data pin out and around this way. Okay, then my switches. Move these. Switches will be on top. That's one. 2. I have big fat fingers, so should probably give them enough space. 3. Four. And 5. And then you can have the photo sensor over here, poking out the top, facing forward, whatever. And then the 10K can go kind of anywhere. Can put it under the ESP. Can put it right here, actually. PCB full of plated through holes. Oh yeah, Vero board, yeah. Yeah, people argue what Vero board actually is, but here. So some people argue that this is Vero board. Some people argue that the ones with the sections is real Vero board. I don't know, or this one. Some people say this is Vero board, like, and this, like, who knows? Where was I? KiCad. Is this seriously my PCB? It looks quite bare. I need mounting holes. M3. Get rid of all this stuff. Don't need a reference for a mounting hole. .1" spacing doesn't quite work, but I'll deal with that in a moment. Right, this and this, and then actually lock this guy. Distribute. Oh, wait, no, almost fell for it. Need to group these guys first. Group. Okay, so take that, and then this, and then align distribute. There we go. Strip board. Correct answer is the one with strips. Oh, there we go. Vero Technologies. Vero, you have to buy that company. All right, let's go into the... Oh, we are in the edge cut section. Let's draw an arc. Please, can I center on this? Let me center. You know what? I'll leave the corner square. All right. So need to do the pores now. So I think I'm going to do a power pour and a ground pour, simply to make it a little bit easier. Oh, okay. Enjoy your editing. I'm gonna be about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna give it up. Okay, I actually want some holes here as well, so I can run zip ties. So let me take group, ungroup. Okay, so I just want this, so I'll be able to zip tie the power cable coming in to here. All right, Johnny, thanks for coming to the stream. You won't be missing much because, again, I won't be here for much longer. All right. All right, I'm going to run the thin wires. So like this can go directly to this. That's cool. This 3v3, that'll be a... No, I'm not going to pour 3v3. I have to run these wires over. Oh, I have to connect all these. Jeez. Thicker wire. Two millimeter. Okay. There we go. Get some big wires across there. These I won't need. Yeah, I'll use that anyways. It's okay. So most of the connections will be done at this point. Hey. There we go. That's good. All right, need to run the NeoPixel wire. Where does this have to go? Oh, perfect. Just run it along the edge right there. Actually, I won't do that. I won't drag it all the way up there just in case it gets nicked. Oh, also, aren't you supposed to use a 500 ohm resistor here? I'm gonna put it down for optional. And then grab these guys. Edit. R. Okay. Take this guy. Delete this guy. This guy and this guy. There we go. I need to re-annotate. Oops. Re-annotate. Then reassign the footprint. And oh, it kept the footprint. That is awesome. Okay, and then back over here. And we're going to yep. Close. So take this, delete this, take this, move it up here, and then rerun the trace from the front copper. Actually, I'm going to remove this guy, rerun the trace from here. Whoops, my resistor is upside down. Rerun the trace from here to here. Rerun this trace from here to here. Then delete this trace. Gone. Go. I'm going to drag this up a little bit. That's out of the way. Not that high. Well, I guess with 0.1 inch spacing, there's no choice. There we go. Cool. Fixed. So the 500 ohm, I think it's in the NeoPixel datasheet that you need a resistor. It's an optional resistor that goes in between the data pin and the NeoPixels. And so I'm going to put it there. If people want to use it, they can use it. If they don't want to use it, they don't have to. All right. This is a bit confusing, so I'm going to do my pores right now. So I'm going to add a filled zone. 5 volts. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's not pouring in here. Wait, what the hell? Oh no, I lost my mounting holes when I did that. Oh, you bastard. I undo. Ah, nuts. That is frustrating. Dang it. I've not heard of that. I've not really researched them. Yeah. Really? Adding a 305 ohm resistor between your microcontroller's data pin and the data input on the first NeoPixel can help prevent voltage spikes might otherwise damage your pixel. So yeah, it's optional, but it is there. And I didn't do that because I was doubting you. I was doing that because I wanted to make sure I had the right info. All right, let's try this again. I'm actually pretty upset that I did that. Hide all this stuff. Okay, oops. Copy that and paste it elsewhere. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Paste that elsewhere so I have it, and then this, and this. Group. And then this, and then the vertical center. So that's set. Okay. This to this. There we go. So then, yeah, my power cable can come in here and get zip tied through these holes. Oh, you know what, Franco? I feel the exact same way. I feel my brain is like extremely foggy. It's actually not fun. And honestly, I could be wrong, but I feel much worse since I caught the human malware last December, which I still have freaking long-term symptoms of, which sucks. All right, so if I pour this, yeah, so it doesn't go past this keep out zone, which is fine. Okay, and then I'll do the same thing, but on the back copper, 5 volts. Oh, nice, it poured the back. Very interesting. All right, so now what connections are left to be made? So those are all connected, which is good. Probably going to change the spoke width. I think you have to grab the pad directly. Yeah. No, maybe not. Maybe it's the whole footprint you need. No, it's the pour, I think you have to do. Yeah, thermal reliefs. Spoke width, I'll go just a full millimeter here. Probably more, 2 millimeter. I do want to carry more current through there. Two. Yeah, I want to make sure I'll be able to run more current. I do know it's going to be harder to solder, but I do want to carry more current, so I want to make sure I don't drop too much. Okay, so that's done. 3v3 needs to come up here. We could do a front. Oh, not 2 mil. Oh. Like so. Okay, and then, okay, that's still pouring. That's good. Then this needs to go to ground, but that's already connected to ground. Oh, these two are not connected. No. I hate it when that happens. I would have totally sent this to the frickin' to the PCB house without fixing that. Bastards. Well, let's see if it's chaos if I run it from the bottom. No, this is properly grounded. Did something lose out on 5 volts? I don't think so. Okay, I think we're good. These need to cross. Could probably use the back layer. Let's see if I can run these first. 3, 2, and 1. Where does 1 have to go? Oh, can't run that on the front. I have to run it on the back. Oh, that doesn't fit there. Oh, that's going to be tight. That's kind of silly. That should go like that. And then this should go over here like that. Okay. So where does this one have to go? Okay, before that one. Okay, I'm gonna drag this guy down. This resistor might need to be just bumped up a little bit, but I'm gonna see for now. This goes to here, and then this can go to there, and I can drag this down. Drag this down. Okay, now this guy to here, and then this guy. I can sneak it around. That might be okay like that. Okay, I'm just going to drag this for cleanliness. To get this stuff nice and truly high current rated. Okay, that worked out. So I guess I can split the back. If I bring these out, oh God, no. What's the thickness of this? 3.25. So go 0.25. Okay, and then use 0.25. If I bring this, oh, it said 0.25. Okay, if I just follow these tracks. No, can't do this one first. I have to do this one first. Stop. Okay, there. Follow this. There. Ooh, running out of space. Okay. Down this way. And then here. Oh, I can't do that. It'll split everything. Hey, how's it going, Doug? And driving across Florida. Crazy. Who does that? Yeah, 0 ohm resistors would be real nice. So let's say there, right? And this one I'll move it forward. Okay, all right. So hear me out here. If I pop a via there, this one won't fit a via, so I'll actually have to move the trace up. Pop a via there. I can just run some wires on the front copper up. Front copper up. Pop a via there. Pop a via there. And then go back to the back copper and run this one to here, this one to here. I think my stuff's still connected. I think we did it. Okay, that's all connected. I think that's it. I think I just need to label my stuff. So view in the 3D viewer, because right now the labeling is atrocious. I think that's it. I think we're good. We got everything connected. I'm gonna run the, well, I'm gonna do my labeling, then run the DRC checker. Did you have any Florida Man sightings? Oops. Doug? Don't show this. Do this on the back silk screen. And then I want it 5 volts and ground. Oh my god, it's too big. Just call it NeoPixel then. All my eye shade gone to sleep now. Good night. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you being in chat. Makes things a lot easier when people are chatting. LED power, and we want to put that on the back silk. I'm going to change that to ground, home, 5 volts, like that. Maybe I'll have to make that tighter. Maybe, you know, I'll just take off the dashes, make it fit better. And then this one here, that will be 5 volts. 5 volt, VN, GND. There we go. So now it's all labeled. Can edit this one too. This one I'm gonna put it on the, oh, it's on the wrong side. No, that's fine. It can be on the front. This is not the Christmas tree. So this, put it on the front silk. There we go. This one too. Put this one on the front silk. Okay. Then this one, edit. Gonna just label this LDR. Okay, 10K, that is there. Edit, I'm gonna show that. Switch 5. It's okay. Might just move this up one. There we go. I think that should be good. Let's view 3D viewer. Okay, these are properly labeled. That's good. These are labeled. This one's not labeled, but then you go on the back and be like, oh yeah, oh, This one's not visible. We gotta fix that. And that's visible for whatever reason. Oh, whoops. I want to put this here. Whatever. Show back silk. Okay. View 3D viewer. So that should be good. I think that's good. Can put a big frickin' label in the middle here. I think that's good. So I'm going to submit these two for production. And then that means that I'll be able to get started on this light. Put a big label in the middle here. But what's nice is I have all these pins broken out that I can actually use. Neat. I can link these on the bottom of the board too. On the back copper, let's go 2mm tracks. Thing is, the copper is already on the board, and so when you're making PCBs, if you add more copper to your design, it doesn't cost you more because the board is already filled with copper. What they do is they take the areas that don't have copper and they remove the copper out of there. Run the switch traces from the top, not the bottom. Well, everything works, so I think I'll leave it like that, if that's all right. And I think, oh, there's an issue. The routing start point violates DRC. Okay, fine. I'll add a 1.9. 1.9. Slightly too wide. Oh. No, still. Edit predefined. 1.8. Oh, it's probably actually, yeah, probably can't do it because of this wire. Because this is actually on top. So maybe I'll just put a 1mm. 1mm. That should work. No, 1mm is still too wide. There we go. Huh. Can't put a track there. Actually, I really want a track there. I like the grounding to be as consistent as possible. That's fine. This is already part of it. Interesting. Well, that's the price I pay, I guess. I guess the ESP already has ground traces and stuff. Very interesting. Few Florida drivers. I mean, Florida drivers are driven by their cars are driven by Florida men, right? So I think that makes sense. In LED power, there's a 5-volt NeoPixel ground. Might edit this to make it look prettier. I can remove the dashes. Okay. Maybe put one more space. Space and space. There we go. That looks good. Now we need to put some text I like to put the text on the front mask because then it'll turn out the color of my copper. Let's go 2, 2, and 0.3. On air SEs on air PCB V 0.1. So it doesn't even look like a full release. And I'll center that in the middle of switch 3. There we go. So now let's see what it looks like. View 3D viewer. Oh yeah, that looks good. So there we go. The only thing is I put these switches backwards. It should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but whatever. So ESP will sit in here. Probably I'll socket it. And then, yeah. That should be good. There we go. So I think that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining the stream, folks. And I wasn't actually planning on making another PCB, but the viewers have voted, and that's what we did. And so, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you on the next stream, which should be Monday. Monday on twitch.tv/SimpleElectronicsYT. We have some crazy races to do if I can keep my focus in Gran Turismo 5. Have a good one, folks. Hope you enjoy your weekend if I don't see you guys before that. Bye.